Brewing today. This morning we are talking all about spending money, not like a shopping spree, but is there something you consider a total waste of money that most other people do not?
Yeah, well, this was a big thing on Reddit.com. They recently asked this question, and these were some of the most unique responses. So again, things that you don't find to be a waste of money.
Okay.
That other people do, or that you find to be a waste of money that other people don't. So, number one, here we go. Throwing away food that is expired. A lot of people are very particular of the expiration date and when to throw it out, when to keep it. I mean, what's your take on this? Are you a...
I think that if it's like a week or two or a couple days, then it's fine.
A week or two?
I mean, because you kind of have like a grace period, I think.
What? A grace period? It says the date on there for a reason, no? Like,
it says Best Buy. Not like you have to eat it or you're going to get sick by.
See, mine is like 3 minutes after the expiration date. Goodbye.
My husband does too.
Goodbye.
And I do that if my son is going to eat it, but if anybody else is.
If your husband's eating it here, this bread's 4 months old, have it. It's fine. How about buying coffee every morning? A lot of people, you know, spend money on that, but they're saying a lot of people have a problem with that they should save those dollars. What do you think?
Well, it gets pricey. You could always make your own, I think, right?
You could.
Or the Keurig, you can make a pod before you leave, that type of thing.
I already had 8 this morning. How about super expensive designer shoes? Are you guilty of this? Are you the,
that type of thing? I think, you know, you can splurge.
Okay. All right. Do you have something that really stands out for you, something that you find to be a big waste?
You know what it is? Buying name brand napkins or like paper products. Why don't you just buy like the Stop and Shop brand or the generic brand?
That's a good point.
Deal. I always buy that.
How about pet toys? Pet toys. Why?
Absolutely. Buy the cheapest pet toy.
Yeah, why?
It doesn't matter.
People spend so much money on their pet toys, and I get it. The pet is a part of the family, and this and that and the other, but it's still a cat. I mean, I love my cat, but he's a cat.
I understand. You don't need to spend the extra bucks, I don't think.
What do you know? Everybody has different opinions, so chime in on Twitter and Facebook. Search CT Style, Teresa Dufour, Ryan Christopher, and please let us know. What is the one thing that really irks you that people are spending too much money on? Let us know.
All right, so when it comes to love, good looks and sense of humor are nice, but according to science, there are 3 traits that make you attractive, and not just to potential mates.
Yeah, it could be a coworker, and of course Teresa has all 3 of these. Number 1, a positive attitude. Okay, so that's very important here. It just kind of helps the overall experience when you're around positive people. Balanced extroversion. So those extroverts, the Gil Simmons of the world.
It is fun to be around them, absolutely. Makes the day go by a lot faster.
Okay.
And then lastly, it's important to have confidence. I think that's fair. I mean, once it kind of is contagious, I would say.
Is there something that really attracts you to people? Is there one trait?
Well, I gotta tell you, our building manager, Al just brought sticky buns in today, this morning, so that really helped when you bring
That's what gets Teresa.
Goods.
Sticky buns at 9:03 in the morning. Hopefully you're eating sticky buns at home watching CT Style right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Good stuff there, huh?
Absolutely. So moving on now, sometimes it can take a while to achieve your dreams, but a 94-year-old great-grandmother in Honolulu is showing us that it can happen if you don't give up.
She's doing her thing here. Again, 94 years old, or 94 years young. While college was always Amy Creighton's plan, earning a bachelor's degree, it wasn't quite the case because she had to raise kids and everything like that. So she went to college initially in 1962 and then re-enrolled in September of 2013. And she just graduated.
Good for her, right? She had a goal and she accomplished it.
And also she got a 4.0.
Nice.
Feels good to graduate, to finish that part of my life. But I feel that I'm still on the road. I have more to learn.
Very nice. How about that, huh?
Absolutely. All right, we have a special birthday shout out today.
Yeah, we want
to
say a little special birthday greeting to the world's oldest panda in captivity. Bossy is celebrating 37 years today, and looks like she's a bit of a power lifter there as well. She was born in the wild and was rescued from a frozen river at the age of 4, and her home now is at a breeding center in China.
Wow.
China.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, so speaking of aging, as President Obama prepares to ride off into the sunset, he won't look the same as he rode in. Obviously, it was 8 years.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit of time. And CNN's Jeannie Most reports on the wear and tear written all over the president's face.
It's that time again. Time for news organizations to roll out those before and after photos to show how much our departing president has aged. It's been dubbed the White House effect, and it usually involves wrinkles and white hair, or as Michelle Obama puts it,
my very own silver fox.
Your hair is so white, it tried to punch me at a Trump rally.
Maybe you've heard there's a formula for presidential aging.
The typical president ages 2 years for every year they're in office. And there really is one reason. It's the stress.
No, it's not true. They do not age at twice the normal rate.
Longevity expert Professor Jay Olshansky disputes Dr. Michael Roizen's formula.
Perhaps the graying of the hair and wrinkling of the skin may occur more rapidly as a result of stress, but it's certainly not shortening their lives.
Professor Olshansky says research shows presidents live way longer than regular citizens. Look at George H.W. Bush skydiving. He and Jimmy Carter are both 92. Sure, presidents look like they're going downhill in photos.
But guess what? You take a picture of anybody 8 years apart, you're going to see the same changes in the rest of us as you see in the presidents.
Really? So what? That's me 8 years ago. Do you think the grueling life of a TV humor reporter has taken a toll? Wonder how long it will take 70-year-old Donald Trump's hair to change shades once he's president. Though Michelle Obama seems immune from the White House effect.
The only way you can date her in photos is by looking at me. Here we are in 2008. Here we are a few years later. And this one is from 2 weeks ago.
It's enough to make a president want to avoid mirrors and aging big. Cheese. Ginny Mo, CNN, New York.
Too funny, huh? Michelle is still looking good, though.
Absolutely.
Well, thankfully, we were able to head on back to the WTNH vault and find a photo of Teresa from 8 years ago. Let's take a look at this.
All right, that was actually more like 11 years ago.
11, okay.
I think I was 25 in that picture.
Still beautiful as ever.
Yep.
Confident and extrovert, all of those three things we were talking about
throw in
earlier.
a husband and a baby and it changes.
No, come on. You look identical.
All right, do we have one of you, I hope?
Let's see. Hey!
Are you, what?
That's a prepubescent
Are you in 8th
rhyme.
grade?
I don't
When
know.
is
No,
this?
that was my first day of college. So there it is. We were at different stages of our life.
It's true.
that we
8
can
years
say.
when you're that young really does make
That's
a big
it.
difference.
Go CCSU.